Good afternoon. We are going to get started. My name is Kaushal Challa. I'm privileged to be the CEO of the Charles B. Wang Community Health Center. On behalf of our wonderful staff and our esteemed board members and founders, I'd like to welcome everyone to this beautiful building in historic Chinatown, in the heart of the greatest city in the world. I really want to thank you all for taking the time to be with us today to celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander heritage. And with no further ado, I am very privileged to welcome our distinguished guest. Please give a warm, warm welcome to the mayor of the city of New York, Bill de Blasio.
Thank you so much, Kaushal, and thank you for your leadership and the great work you do and so many people do here. Everybody, this is a perfect place to celebrate so much good that's done for the community. And we've been through so much, all of us. I remember the last day of 2020, and there are a few days I have felt more joy and more satisfaction than when we got to say goodbye to 2020. Start a new year, begin a year of hope and change, and we've been seeing now the city coming back, Chinatown coming back, all our neighborhoods coming back. We can feel the life coming back into our city. We can feel people getting back together again. There's hope in the air. There's recovery in the air. And that makes me so proud of this community and this city. So it's a good time to be getting together. It is a good time to be celebrating the Asian American and Pacific Islander community of the city that went through so much just with the pandemic. Just with the pandemic. Remember, and I don't think I have to say to anyone here, the impact of the pandemic, the discrimination, the loss that was felt by small businesses, that was happening well before it was felt in other communities in the city. So the pandemic alone hurt the AAPI community deeply. But then came these horrible acts of violence that are so unacceptable in a city that is for everyone. You know, as New Yorkers, we are special. We really are. It's our attitude, it's our swagger, it's our spirit, but it's also because we believe in a city for everyone. This is who we are. We believe this place was meant for everybody. And our Asian American community helped build New York City starting centuries ago. The impact is not recent. It goes back in the deep fiber of New York City, what this community has contributed. So these attacks have pained us all. The notion of people living in fear in their own city, that's not acceptable. And we've all done a lot. In fact, today we announced grants to community organizations to create community patrols, people working together in solidarity across different communities to defend each other. People of all communities standing shoulder to shoulder with the Asian American community to stop the hate. So we have to remember it is a month to take stock, it is a month to reflect, it is a month to celebrate, it's also a month of solidarity and common cause. As we get close to the end of this month, we also want to celebrate the good that has been done over years and years by community leaders, by community institutions, and here we have one of the best examples you'll find anywhere in New York City. Charles, yes, you can clap for that. Charles B. Wang Community Health Center is everything you could ask for. It is a place that gives people hope. It is a place that serves the whole community, regardless of people's means. It is here for everyone. It has made a difference, not just this year, but for decades and decades. And when COVID hit and the world was overwhelmed, this center was always open. Always open. A credit to both of you. And a credit to all the good people who work here. Let's give them a round of applause, too. So, we're saying nowadays as we celebrate, there's no stopping New York. There's no stopping New York. There's no stopping the Charles B. Wang Health Center. There's no stopping Chinatown. There's no stopping us. We won't let anyone stop us or hold us down. All I can say is when we celebrate, it gives us a chance to realize our strength. Here in this community, this center is a source of tremendous strength. It's a source of hope. It's a source of pride. It's someplace people know is always there for them. And that's really worth celebrating. So, I have a proclamation I'm going to provide. I love giving out proclamations because they look so cool. Look, and they also appear in my hand, just like that. Did you see that? If you were looking over here, you're like, wait a minute, how did that happen? Well, here it is. And I'm going to read it on behalf of 8.5 million New Yorkers as we celebrate this month, this glorious month. This is a very fitting place to give this tribute. So, I'm going to ask Jiming Liang to stand right there before your own remarks. You and I will stand. First, let's give the photographers their chance. Hold on, I should put this on. I'll be good. Do one right here first. Wonderful, thank you. You can join in too, please.
All right, everybody got their shot? Great, thank you.
Oh, right, well, waiting. We're not going anywhere. Good. Now, if you would continue to hold that for one moment, because I'm going to point out the best part. Every proclamation, they look great. They're official. They're on behalf of all the people. And this part is where we talk about why we are celebrating this organization. But the end is the best part, always. And the end, these last sentences are now, therefore, I, Bill de Blasio, Mayor of the City of New York, do hereby proclaim Thursday, May 27th, 2001, in the City of New York as Charles B. Wang Community Health Center Day. And now, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor de Blasio. Thank you for visiting us today here in Chinatown. This honor is meaningful to us at this time, and I would like to highlight 3 reasons why. First, this year marks the Health Center's 50th anniversary. We started in 1971 as a street fair on Mott Street to provide health screenings to the medically underserved in Chinatown. The street fair led to the opening of a free clinic. Now, the Charles B. Wang Community Health Center provides care to over 60,000 patients at 5 sites in Chinatown and Flushing, and is nationally recognized for our high quality of care. We are so pleased to have members of our founding team with us today, including individuals who were at the first street fair over 50 years ago. I'd like to recognize 2 of our founders who continue to volunteer for the community as board members, Marie Lam and Regina Lee. I'd also like to recognize Jane Eng, who led the health center for over 40 years until 2020. Secondly, it is so fitting to receive this recognition during the COVID-19 pandemic. Our health center stayed open every day during the pandemic, caring for patients. We launched COVID testing and vaccination services to serve New Yorkers. We have provided over 40,000 vaccines so far. Lastly, this recognition is meaningful to us during Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. This has been an especially difficult period for Asian Americans everywhere, as we've been scapegoated and targeted while we continue to serve our communities throughout the pandemic. We have had to endure random, vicious, and frightening attacks. This proclamation is important as it recognizes us and our contributions to New York City. Our unwavering doctors, nurses, and support staff have shown extraordinary commitment. They continue to step up and meet the challenges New York City faces. On behalf of the Board of Directors and staff, I'm honored to accept Mayor de Blasio's proclamation. Thank you very much.
I just want to say, we really need to appreciate, you said something extraordinary, 40,000 vaccinations. 40,000 vaccinations. That is worth a round of applause. Well done. Well done. And to thank you for your incredible work, your incredible contribution, and to the founders, it is totally an honor, I have to say. To think I can picture 1971, a street fair in my mind, and people just wanted to help their community. And here we are, we're all still here, half a century later, and this beautiful, amazing center. We give you such honor and thanks. And we need to take a picture with you. Come on over.